Ayo. Hi guys. Today is not an ASMR video because today I'll be replanting some plants. So what I am doing right now is I am using, so these are, as you can see, I had started some plants. And these did pretty well. But then I planted lavender, and they did not sprout at all. So I'm using this dirt because why waste it? And I'm just dumping it in here, the plant I'm gonna repot to, and just getting some extra dirt out of this. And then I'm gonna add the little fabric that intertwines the dirt as a little bit of a foundation slash, I'm making a mess, as a little bit of a foundation slash water absorber to help with the moisture. And I'm just gonna put it in here. We got one left. And then we can actually plant them, but we're gonna use indoor potting soil when we do the rest of the planting. So, now that I've got that all down, you see, you dig. I'm gonna grab my indoor potting mix that I just bought because I ran out. Because I'm a stupid bitch. Okay, we're gonna get our most fullest. So these are some of our most fullest ones. The lighting is great, as you can see. And we're gonna try to dissect some of the plants because there's a lot. I kind of had overcrowding because I put too many seeds. Put too many seeds in an area. And so I'm gonna try to break these apart as best as I can. Okay. Just being nice and sweet. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put down the soil first. Little soil barrier. Just to raise those up and cover up the little mess on the bottom. I'm going to put in this. Don't worry about the mess, guys. I will sweep it up later. Okay, so we're going to take our little starts. Make sure the roots are still there and intact as best as they will be. Actually, I think I'll put a little bit more. Take my heart and please don't break it, 'cause love was made for me and you. Okay, pat it down. I'm gonna do just a half finger or half finger's length down into the soil to really make sure that get those roots rooted. And then we're just going to pat around it once it's in, just to make sure that it has a nice foundation. We're gonna do the same for the rest of the ones. And like I said, I don't want to overcrowd because I already overcrowded during their sprouting. And so I'm going to try to, I'm going to try to take some apart like this and plant them just a little bit separate, again, in the finger's length distance. Just so they're more content. Okay. And once I start watering this consistently, the soil will drop, it will level out. The plants will, these are just summer plants, the plants will begin to take soil, and then they will enjoy that much. Oh, okay. Again, we're just breaking it apart so it feels like it needs to dig, and once it digs, it'll dig into nice more soil. And I'm trying to put a little bit of, like 50% of the soil that it was grown in with a 50% of the new soil, so it isn't going to shock the plant. Just because with a lot of different soil changes can cause the plant to stress the fuck out. And so we just want to make sure that we're giving it a good acclimating area to acclimate. Nice little place. Okay, so I put my biggest ones in the outskirts. And I've got a couple small ones that I think I'm going to, let's see. I've got 4 smaller sized sprouters that I think I'm just going to spread apart as best as I can and try not to overcrowd. Which we know I'm so good at. Take my heart and please don't break it love. Put a little bit there. I think I'm actually gonna move this one into the other one because I like formations. And then once we get all of this in here, which I'm almost done, what I'm going to do is give it just a new watering schedule. So I'll water them a little bit extra in their new potting era, just because they're gonna be, like I said earlier, a little stressed. They're gonna be like, what the fuck? Where am I? And so if we just shut them up with some water, then they should be happy. And just to let you guys know, I have no background. My mama just raised me. No, my mama just raised me in the garden, so I spent a lot of time around her, and she was what you would call a backwoods horticulturist. She never went to school for it, never did anything like that, but mama knew her shit. Yes, she did. She knew her shit. Okay. So I've got 2 more. Why do I put seeds? I genuinely just kind of put them in the middle, because the middle, they're able to jump around and spread their roots throughout the whole thing, where they're not, trapped to a corner. So that is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to put them around. I'm actually going to save this other bit of soil just because I'm getting pretty full over here. And then once these grow out, they'll blend a little bit better. And you can do some pruning to really get it going. I'm gonna redig this one because I don't really like the way it looks. Okay, we're done. Just gonna dump this last one. This is one that didn't sprout, so just gonna dump this. All right, so we still have a good half of the bag left, and then I will show you guys what it looks like. So put the bigger clumps on the outside so they have their own little pot. A bigger clump in the middle. So if you look at those 4, they're going to be rooting around, but not too much in each other's space. I put smaller ones on the inner circle, just because they're going to be smaller and they're going to root much higher than these are going to root deeper. And then I've got another bigger one here just because it is the center, like I said. And then these are 2 bigger ones. We'll have to see how this goes. There might be a little bit of root competition here. But if we start to see that, then they'll eat out the other one. Oh. they will win against the root wars. Yeah, and now I'm gonna give her a nice little water, and I'm gonna add her to these little seedlings that I'm growing here. Babushk. We'll have to see, because I planted some in the middle here, not thinking about stackability. And so we're gonna have to think about if that is going to come to be an issue. But we'll see. I'm not sure yet. I do want to give these some sun still, this lower one. So I'm probably not going to stack them until they've grown their petals and their stems, so they can actually reach out to the sun and not have the sun come to them. So I'm going to wait before I stack them. But we're going to give this one a new water, some new watering, just to really set the standard. And we'll just watch it for the next couple days and see what it's needing. And if it starts getting a little stressed, then we're gonna pull back on the watering. But other than that, thanks for coming to my repotting class. Goodbye, I love you.